Tonight on Confidential, Chris Jericho might be one of many huge rock stars after this CD.
We told you before you come in here, we want this to be the best track possible, and most of all, we want it to be better than Jericho's.
And Stone Cold bears his soul.
Which do you find more entertaining, shotgunning beer or shotgunning deer?
Boy, that's a hell of a question. I'm gonna say it's 50-50.
Hi everyone, I'm Gene Okerlund, and this is WWE Confidential. Tonight, everything is a little bigger because most of the show has a Texas flavor to it. Los Guerreros have parted company, but 2 weeks ago in Laredo, they were the honorary guests of a lowrider parade. The Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, tries to tame Mr. Perfect in this week's classic match. Plus, Michael Cole and Taz host a radio show from Houston, and Victoria's own Stone Cold Steve Austin goes on the record in our Outside the Rope segment about his true love. Is it beer or deer? But we'll start out tonight's show on a little different note. Everyone has done karaoke, sang in the shower, and dreamt of recording their very own song. The WWE superstars saw their dreams become a reality when the original CD was conceptualized. The CD comes out this Tuesday, and it features a dozen WWE superstars performing original tracks written by the WWE's music composer, Jim Johnston. The CD also features a track written and performed by the doctor of thugonomics himself, John Cena. As the project got underway, many people were skeptical of the superstars' ability to sing, which is more than understandable considering the superstars themselves weren't sure they could pull it off. But with some guidance and persistence, each song turned out better than expected once Jim decided what to write.
I specifically wrote to the superstar, and the most interesting part was not knowing what their musical abilities are or were at the time. I mean, I didn't want to, come up with a rap song for someone who hates rap.
I tried to do a rap show when I was probably about 19 years old, and I got on stage and got booed off because I forgot all the words. So this is going to be a test for me. Check it out. I just came up with this one here off my head. If you're gonna get down, or you're gonna lay down. And if you lay down, then you're gonna stay down. Sucker, yeah. It's gonna be hot in this mug, man. A lot of people always told me I had the voice to do rap or do something like that. So hopefully they'll get a big kick out of it, and can't wait for me to put my own CD out. I might get ready for my next career. Snoop Dogg, Dre, call me, dog.
Make up your mind. I got a call saying, Trish, do you sing? I was like, yeah, in my car, in the shower. You want me to come in and do what? It's one of these things where when you do sing in the car and you turn the volume down, you say, oh, turn that up again. I feel so embarrassed. I just want you.
It was a slow process at first of getting her comfortable in the studio in the process, but then things began to happen and ended up great.
I just want you. Do you want me?
I played piano when I was younger in 7th and 8th grade. My mom wanted me to play piano, God rest her soul. Thank you, Mom, for letting me play the piano. Devon has musical experience himself. He does a great Michael Jackson impersonation, which you may get to see later on.
We had enough of the what you coulda, the what you woulda, the what you shoulda done to avoid the unbeatable, dodge the undefeatable too. We had enough.
Me and Devon have a song called We've Had Enough. And it's kind of like a rock, rap, Kid Rock, Run DMC type thing, and it's really cool.
It took some time, it was a little bit of hard work, but it was worth it. I mean, we had fun, and if we think that the people want to get a chance to listen to it, they're going to enjoy it.
It's another side, I guess, that I want people to be able to see of me, what I do.
This world is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, baby. Holding on tight, trying.
When I'm with my girl, sometimes I try to be Barry White to my girl.
Don't let go. Oh, don't let go. But don't worry, baby.
And the meaning of this song is like when you're going through hard times, or like you're having ups and downs in your relationship and blah, blah, blah. All you got to do is put a little ass on it. Whenever you out there having problems, man, I mean, it ain't the end of the world. All you got to do is put a little bit of ass on it.
Hold you tight until you stop all this shaking. Put a little ass on it. Oh, listen, baby.
Life is hard, man, la vida es dura. Gotta believe in yourself, sin duda.
The experience that I had prior to entering the studio tonight was not much. I've rapped a couple times back in San Diego with a couple of my boys, but my skills are definitely in the ring.
To move ahead, you gotta cross the border.
Talking forever, closer together, wanting to be with you more and more. Isn't it time to go to the floor?
I'm here trying to sing today. I was really nervous. I was nervous coming in here. I was nervous even leading up to this and just trying to find what the best style for me would be. I got the track and there were things that I liked, things that I didn't like, and I didn't know would make this the best it could be.
Say that you want me, say that you need me. Isn't it time to walk the walk? A lot more action and no more talk.
We're gonna do the rock track, or we're gonna do the polka or the reggae track?
I thought we'd start with the opera.
Opera track.
Move
Okay.
into the polka.
Maybe a little
do the
ska
rock
after
yeah,
that. A
right,
little ska.
Yeah, right.
And then do some scatting. Squib it up, up, to doot and bye, ow. And you got the packets of sugar I requested.
Yep.
5 of them. Very nice. Very cool. Got to sweeten the old vocal cords. You know, it's an ancient trick.
Don't give away all the secrets.
I'm not going to give away all the secrets. I don't want every jackass at home singing like Chris Jericho, now do we? And believe me, we don't want that anyways.
I would perform this track live in front of an audience, and not because it would be good, but because I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it. Monday night, Lita, when I get you low.
Doesn't look like he's home. That's what they say, you know, some people are just naturals, and I'm one of them.
I wonder if this thing works out too well, is she might have a choice of careers.
I was nervous, but once I started to go with the flow and I started to hear the beat and I threw out my first couple lines, I was like, damn, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Held on to the headphones and just bit bobbing and feeling the song, feeling the beat, feeling the lyrics, and I thought I was good to go.
We hope it's the best song on the CD. I'm sure everybody's song is going to come out great. We hope this is the catchiest one. We told you before we come in here, we want this to be the best track possible, and most of all, we want it to be better than Jericho's.
I'm probably on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm definitely at like a 16.5 as a singer. My song will be the best. My singing will be the best. Most people say that my singing is the best. And also in true Jericho fashion, I think my song will probably be the worst as well, which is also cool because, I mean, the Sex Pistols, all their songs were terrible and they make millions of dollars.
He had a bucket load of great ideas and was just great to have in the studio.
But that's the thing, but the point is that you look in the, what's the middle of the word maracas is rock. I know that this song is heavy, it's a heavy track, but there should be a maraca solo in there somewhere, and I'd like to try it. Do you think there's something funny about having maracas and heavy music? I mean, maybe the problem is you, maybe you're funny. Maybe you're the funny one.
That's just a sampling of what you can hear on the original CD. The CD will be available everywhere this Tuesday, but if you're in the New York area, you can get a copy Monday at midnight directly following Raw at Nassau Coliseum. Get your copy autographed by Stone Cold and Chris Jericho at Tower Records.
Up next on Confidential, you might not believe where Brock Lesnar draws his inspiration.
I've been a fan of Flex magazine since I was a young kid. It was my inspiration to get me into weightlifting.
Not many people have a physique like that of Brock Lesnar, which is precisely why he was so appealing to the people of Flex magazine. Now, it's one thing to get someone on your cover with a great physique, but when you couple that with an instantly recognizable face, you got a magazine that will sell. And Flex is hoping that Brock can translate "Here comes the pain" into "Here comes the sales."
Get a good workout in today. I am in Fullerton, California, doing the shoot of my lifetime. I'm doing a shoot for Flex magazine.
Eyes on the camera. Hit the tricep. Nice. Great shot. Great shot.
I've been a fan of Flex magazine since I was a young kid. It was my inspiration to get me into weightlifting. My first issue was I think it's a 1986 issue.
We picked Brock for the cover of Flex magazine because we were doing some research and we discovered that as a 9-year-old, one of his early inspirations into weight training was Flex magazine.
It's an honor. It's a big honor for me. I just can't thank him enough.
Nice. That's a great shot. Dig it up. Nice shot. Beautiful.
In 20 years of Flex magazine, we've only had 2 non-bodybuilders on the cover. The first one was Triple H in July 2002, and Brock will be the second.
With somebody like Brock, it was just like basically, I'm going to give you 150%. And I think he's probably surprised himself by picking up weights that he probably didn't think he could do.
I don't know if I can do this.
With this one, you're just going to have to do what you can, I reckon.
Yeah, this is a record for me.
Let's go. Come on. There it is. Yeah.
It's me being my badass self. I mean, that's who I want to be. I want to get bigger and be as impressive looking as I can.
Brock was a total professional. He did everything we wanted to. He impressed everybody here at Flex with his strength. He's a very, very powerful guy. These were real weights and he was moving them.
Okay, now chest up. That looks great.
I hope the photos turn out really well. And I had fun, and it was a great honor, and hopefully I can do the magazine again. Hopefully there's many, many more other things in store for Brock Lesnar.
Later on Confidential, Stone Cold answers a burning question.
If you could only get one more stunner in your lifetime, who would get it?
But up next, Los Guerreros get the pick of the litter. Which lowrider captured their eye?
We gotta pick the best looking lowrider.
Let's check out, man.
The best looking lowrider in Laredo.
What's been brewing for weeks has officially boiled over. Los Guerreros are no longer. Blood may be thicker than water, but in this case, jealousy conquered all. Chavo simply couldn't stand Eddie garnering all the attention from the fans. The same was true last week in Laredo, Texas, where locals gathered for a special lowrider parade. Brown Impressions Car Club members each brought their lowrider for display in hopes that Eddie and Chavo would choose their car to drive on SmackDown. The crowd was delighted to meet Los Guerreros, and while Eddie was appreciative of this opportunity, Chavo's bitterness kept him thinking that the crowd was only happy to see Eddie.
WWE is paying more attention to the raza. We're reaching out to the raza more. And me being, raza, it's an undescribable feeling. It's great.
Hey, over here, guys. Real stars over here. Forget that guy. See all them over there? They already got my autograph. That's why they're over there with Eddie. I was the first one they came to. But now they're over there with Eddie. That's cool. He's got to get his little limelight too. That's cool. That's all right. I'll play second fiddle just so he can have some spotlight, have some people on him. That's cool.
We had Lolos, man. We had different car clubs, and they all brought out the low riders, man. There was a lot of sweet ones out there, man.
Eddie Guerrero will be making his appearance here, and he'll be looking at all the cars, and he'll be picking one car out of all of them, and whichever car is the best, hope he picks mine. He's gonna drive him in the arena.
We gotta pick the best looking lowrider.
Let's check out, man.
The best looking lowrider in Laredo.
Look at that, man. Look at that white one.
Hey, for the little dice right here. Bonus. No, you'll give it bad. You'll give it bad luck.
You're gonna throw snake eyes this year. You're gonna make us lose.
11. Ah, crapped out, man. Damn.
Well, my pickup is a 2000 Ford F-150. I customized it, put the Navigator front end on it. Did a little bit of tuck and roll on the inside, a little bit of a system inside.
Was walking around, you know, just checking them all out, you know, and as I would go by, you know, a lot of the owners would make them pop and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool.
There's so many nice cars here, but which ones do we pick, man? I don't know.
This is the one, home. This is the Lolo that's got the first prize, Ichiban, number one, número uno,
The colors and it being a convertible had a lot to do with it. What I really liked, man, was the seats, man. They'd move inside, you know? It was like having a swiveling seat inside a car, so that was a nice little touch, you know? And it was a Monte Carlo, and it reminded me of one of the first cars I had.
Looks like we got ourselves a ride,
man,
for tonight.
Check this thing. That's not bad, Holmes. Look at that, Holmes. I like nice, bro.
Simone,
bring it over there.
Leading the lowriders down the streets of Laredo, and then you're going down and everybody's honking at you. Hey, Seri, órale, vato. Yeah, man, that was cool. I know, it's kind of like I had my own lowrider gang, Holmes, you know? Felt good.
We'll borrow this and we'll give it back never. How's that, huh?
So you think he'll get mad at us?
So he's lucky we didn't, this is all we stole. He's lucky we didn't steal his girl, you know?
Me and Chavito got to drive it out there, Holmes. Not only did we look good, but the owners look good, you know? They're showing off their Lolo on TV. Ese, órale, vato, man. That's sweet, Holmes.
Whoa, look at that. Looks like a Monte Carlo.
Just coming out, being able to feel the presence of the people more in that lowrider. All my homies, you know? My people out there, you know? And it's just a great experience.
Up next, will Mr. Perfect have enough to corral this Texas tornado?
Texas Tornado preparing for the Intercontinental Championship matchup.
Welcome back to Confidential. This portion of the program is brought to you by Warner Brothers' new motion picture, Torque, in theaters this Friday. Log on to WWE.com to attend the premiere with a diva. By Final Fantasy X-2 from Square Enix. And by Monster. Will today be the day they say you're hired? Monster, today's the day.
Hi, this is the Big Valboski, and I want to crack out one of the greatest matches, in my opinion, of all time. And it consisted of the Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich taking on Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 1990.
Texas Tornado preparing for the Intercontinental Championship matchup. And I think a point well taken earlier on when the question was asked whether or not it was advisable for Bobby Heenan to accept a match on such short notice.
Well, with a manager like Bobby Heenan, when he's managing so many different people, he has no love interest in his people. He does not care about his people individually. They are all just dollar signs. He saw a huge match in here. He saw a guy, a relatively newcomer, but a guy that's going to show some mustard. He figured, I'll pick up the payday. That's the only thing that is not perfect about Mr. Perfect right now.
In other words, you would say that he does not have the perfect manager.
Absolutely not.
I see. Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, and how about that?
Whoa. Plenty of strength in this boy. There is a bit of a whirlwind.
And I think maybe Bobby Heenan and Mr. Perfect are a little surprised at that show of strength.
I wonder how much homework they actually did on this, or if they just sat back and figured, no big thing, he don't know nothing, this whirlwind.
Well, again, when you accept a challenge in approximately 10 days.
Must have been thinking no big thing, bro, huh?
I would think so. Arm drag takedown, nicely executed. Texas Tornado a moment ago peering over the Bobby the Brain Heenan, who has been known from time to time to involve himself physically in in a confrontation. And look at this. Yeah.
Good smart thinking. Starts to go to work on the arm immediately. Knows he's got to wear a guy like Perfect down. You're just not going to get a quick pin on a guy like Perfect. You got to wear him down, and obviously the Tornado knows that.
I think Texas Tornado wants to take that arm back to Texas, will he? Oh, clothesline to the side of the head.
Nice shot. Caught him with the bony part of the forearm.
They certainly did. Mr. Perfect moving in now on the Texas Tornado. This match breaking into the fisticuffs here. Ooh, right on the chops. Perfect now. Snaps over the Texas Tornado. And oh my.
Well, that'll change some vertebrae now.
It certainly will.
Perfect opening up a little bit. They were kind of feeling each other out in the beginning. Oh, a sleeper. A sleeper. Good move on Perfect's part.
And Mr. Perfect applying the sleeper hold. I'm not too sure he has it cinched all the way in. It looks like it from here. And a hopeful look on the face of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Get to the ropes. Get to the ropes.
And he did. And again, series of right hands to the side of the jaw. The Texas Tornado is dazed. Hot Roddy's doing nothing. Look at this.
He's doing nothing, or there's some guys, you know, that can just take punishment and will take the punishment to wear an opponent out, which he is doing. I do not know.
You're Mr. Perfect, Intercontinental Champion. That's who you're in here with.
Oh, what a slap to the face. Insult. Look at this.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Look at this.
When we return, morning radio in Houston might never be the same. We'll let you decide if that's a good thing.
Hey, you're on the Buzz 94.5. Who's this?
Hey, when are you guys going to play some music?
The voices of SmackDown, Michael Cole and Taz, have worked together for over 2 years, and their chemistry is undeniable. So much so that the duo was sought after by a Houston radio station to be the guest host for a morning radio show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Buzz 94.5. Cole and Taz from WWE SmackDown. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and hello, Houston. And first thing we want to get off our chest, this will not, I repeat, not be a wrestling show.
We are at 94.5 The Buzz in Houston.
It's an alternative rock station, but we're going to give them an alternative to that. You're not going to hear a lot of rock.
No, you're going to hear a lot of talk.
A lot of talk. Hopefully it's good talk.
Well, hopefully what we're hoping to do is bring in Cole and Taz that you hear on SmackDown every week to life in a different vein and try to entertain the people here in Houston. Hopefully, it'll be a success.
This is a role reversal, as they call it. Usually on the I wear the sunglasses, but when we do radio, Cole wears the sunglasses. Right. I don't understand.
And I have the attitude on radio, and he's the nice guy.
He'll come over to me, you know, and act like, hey, I'm Joe Texas. You know, welcome to Texas. Kiss my ass.
Big Brother is called.
Yeah.
Said a little less swearing, cursing on the air.
I'm swearing too much?
Yeah, I guess.
Swear? Jeez, son of a bitch. I didn't realize that. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to friggin' offend nobody.
I used to work in Houston. I worked for an AM radio station here as a news reporter for a number of years. And one of my bosses was Ken Charles, and I also worked with a man named Tim Collins at the time, good friends of mine. Ken is now a big vice president with Clear Channel, which owns the Buzz radio station, and Tim works for Ken as well. And we had dinner, and these guys just threw around the idea of, hey, we think you guys would do great on a morning show. We love your chemistry. We love the way you guys work together. You know, we're big wrestling fans. Could you guys come down and, you know, do a morning show on the Buzz for a couple of days? And we agreed to it.
So I'm on the plane, we're sitting there, Cole's behind me, snoring his ass off. And, because he's drunk. And,
I had about 3 Bloody Marys before we took off.
all of a sudden, so this guy sits next to me, he's like, going to Houston. And I look at him, I'm like, yeah, meanwhile, hey, how about this, Happy? I'm on a plane on my way to Houston, and you're with me. Yeah, you're a real genius. Can't get no by this friggin' guy, huh? So you were looking to hear some music, and you heard us two.
I heard y'all, but you know, you're pretty funny, so I'll give you props for that.
Well, I appreciate that. That's cool.
Just the standard props or mad props?
Well, silly mad props.
Mad, yeah. Y'all.
Mad. Cool, well, I appreciate that.
Oh, man, I'm so happy to hear y'all guys' voices. That's cool. I woke up and it made my day.
Oh, that makes me feel special. Thanks.
Shut up, Travis.
Idiot.
I was in a bad mood because I had to come to work,
Okay.
and now I'm in a good mood because of y'all.
Thank you so much for calling us. We appreciate it because we want to know what people think of us, you know, because we're new to this, you know what I mean? And
You guys are great.
Well, thank you very much. That's cool. We appreciate that, and thanks for listening to us. And that's great that we could put Maria in a good mood. That's cool.
Hey, you're on the Buzz 94.5. Who's this?
Hey, when are you guys gonna play some music?
One of the reasons callers were angry is they're so accustomed here on this station to hear music in the morning, and we didn't play any music. So it was an adjustment for them to make, that they didn't hear music.
I'm sorry, we're trying to be a little entertaining. Sorry about that.
We're going to bring in live from New York.
And it's not Saturday night.
Cool Rob is here.
Cool Rob dating tips.
Hey, Cool Rob, any exercises you may need to do to help warm yourself up for a date?
I always like the running in place. You really can't go wrong with the running in place.
Come on, Travis, run in place.
Come on, I mean, just a little like a horse gallop. There you go, Travis.
I don't feel comfortable.
He's actually running in place.
You made me. Cole and Taz picked on me a lot during the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a DJ who hangs out with rock groups and is a virgin at 22 years old.
Oh, my God. Mom's had a little much to drink, it appears, this morning.
Well, I guess in order to have you, she probably did. No, but
It's an easy shot, but, you know, I thought it was hilarious. I know that they were just joking around, and I know it was, you know, all in part of the game, but I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Cole, I hate starting a subject and you cut me off. You do that on the air, on SmackDown all the time. I'm not finished with my point.
I think what Taz and I brought to the table that a lot of other people don't have is chemistry. We've worked together for years now. You know, we're good friends. You know, we have a unique relationship. What you hear on the air, whether it's on SmackDown or whether it was in this morning show here at The Buzz, is all true.
And Travis,
you know, we have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes we love each other, sometimes we can't stand each other. But that's what it is, it's chemistry. Cole and Taz from WWE SmackDown. You can see us every Thursday night, UPN 20, 7 o'clock, right here in Houston.
SmackDown.
City
of Houston is all fired up because of my next announcement. How could they be fired up if they don't know what the hell I'm going to say unless they got ESPN?
ESP.
But, my bad. Sorry, I was watching a little football. Well, it's simple to know who carried the show. I mean, even you'll have to admit it was me. I mean, I carried the show. Come on. It's kind of uncomfortable to even
Just like
say
on
that.
SmackDown every week, I carry the show. But no, in all seriousness, though, I don't think either one of us carried the show. I think who carried the show were the guests and the listeners, people who called in and were part of the show. Taz and I were filler. We were in the background. We laughed at people. We set people up. We explained to people what was going on. We interviewed the guests. But it was the guests and the callers who actually made this thing work.
Yeah, everybody gets credit but us.
Up next, the coach tries to get some answers out of Stone Cold, but finds himself the what of the joke.
Ask me another question.
Okay. As a new.
And now, WrestleMania Recall, sponsored by Subway, the official sandwich of WrestleMania 20.
Austin going for the stunner, and Michaels counter. Michaels going for another kick. Austin, he got it! The stunner! Mike Tyson in! Austin is the champion! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! I cannot believe it! The Austin era has begun!
WrestleMania Recall, counting down to the greatest sports entertainment spectacular of all time, WrestleMania 20.
What is there to ask the man who has seemingly told us everything, especially if you've read his latest book, The Stone Cold Truth? Is there anything Stone Cold Craze fans are still yearning to know about their hero? Well, hopefully, we've come up with 10 things.
Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Outside the Ropes. Of course, my guest this week, none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Before we even start, I'm going to say that I am only here because I host this segment and that I'm supposed to be here, but that is the only reason why.
That's a load of crap. You're here because I told you to be here.
Well, you ready to do this? Are we?
I've been ready. You sit there flapping your gums. I'm ready to answer some damn questions.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. For Stone
Can you
Cold.
read the questions on the card?
Yes, I can. Here we go.
If you get stuck on a word, let me know. I'll help you out.
All right. Who do you think has done more to make a bald a fashionable look? Stone Cold Steve Austin or Kojak?
Well, I remember Kojak, but it wasn't an influence on, why I cut my hair like this. So I guess obviously to answer that question is Stone Cold Steve Austin. You asked some stupid questions. How many did I agree to answer?
One.
I know. 10. But by the looks of things, it's getting pretty crappy.
Who's the worst foul mouth on television? South Park's Eric Cartman or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I never heard of the guy you just mentioned, and I don't watch really a whole lot of TV. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that I'm the most foul-mouthed person on the TV, but I'll take credit where credit's due.
Okay. What is your all-time favorite Stone Cold saying?
You don't know? How many times how long have you been in the company? How many times have you been here in WWE?
What?
Oh, see, you're going to jump on the what wagon, right? Now you're trying to mess with my head? I don't know, I got a couple of them, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. That's good. Austin 316 says, I just whooped your ass. What was a hell of a thing for what it was? No pun intended. Yeah, I never knew nothing was going to catch fire like it did, but anyway, ask me another question.
Okay.
I'm kidding, go ahead.
As a new Raw sheriff, do you have any plans to hire some hot female deputies? That's something you could do for us.
You know, when I first walked in there and sat down and I agreed to do this interview with you, and I'll say right now, and I think everybody knows how I feel about you, I like you. Not very much, but I like you. But that ain't a bad idea. Stone Cold Steve Austin hiring a couple of good-looking women to come in here and act as, deputy sheriffs?
Yeah. What do you think?
You're a lot smarter than you look. Now, what'll happen, that remains to be seen because, business is what it is, and I got to do what I got to do. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a solo gig. And, hey, if I see fit to, work some women in, and for the sake of Monday Night Raw, because I'd never do this gratuitously for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Never.
Creatively, if I can make it work, then maybe you will see that happen.
Which you find more entertaining, shotgunning beer or shotgunning deer?
Boy, that's a hell of a question because I've been to South Texas a lot. As a matter of fact, I was in South Texas before we did this interview. And we don't use shotgun on deer in Texas. I use a rifle. I use a 300 Ultra Mag by Remington. When I'm with a firearm in a deer stand with my buddy, my guide, now it's nothing but out of the utmost extreme safety. Anytime you got a firearm, there's no beer. But at the camp, we light that fire up, go to roasting some steaks and stuff like that. We drink a hell of a lot of beer. So I'm going to say it's 50-50. But let me go ahead and give deer season the nod because it only comes around once a year. I drink beer 24/7, 365. So, I can drink beer anytime I want, but you can only hunt deer during a specified time during the year. So I'll give a thumbs up to the deer hunting.
Yeah, I'm a Midwestern guy, too.
So now you're going to tell me you went hunting?
No, not too much. A little.
For what?
Quail. Dove. Yeah,
big dove hunter. Yeah. What kind of shotgun you shoot?
Yeah. Next question. Yeah, that one.
One of those?
Yep.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. There's an old
rookie in the woods. Stay away.
There's an old saying that everything's bigger in Texas. My question, though, is anything smaller?
No. You're a smaller population of idiots such as yourself. I don't think there's a whole lot of idiots in Texas.
Do you think you haven't gotten a beer endorsement deal yet because of the fact that you waste so much beer spilling it down your shirt? That was my question, actually.
Was that? That was a good question because here's the deal on the little story about beer drinking. When Stone Cold Steve Austin goes out there and drinks beer, about 50% of it goes in, about 50% of it goes on. That's for the showbiz part of it. The part that goes in, that's for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've left that ring many times with a pretty damn good buzz. It's cool. Always got a designated driver. How's that for a little plug? But yeah, as far as the beer drinking goes and the endorsements, when you're Stone Cold Steve Austin and you're on the edge a little bit, people tend to sit there and say, "Oh, well, maybe we should use a football player or a baseball player." It's a bunch of BS. Why I got a beer deal? Because everybody's scared. So that's why I'm in the works right now. Whether this is mixing on the record or off, Stone Cold Steve Austin's in the works right now of making his own beer. So pretty soon you'll see Stone Cold beer sitting up next to your big labels that everybody's so proud of. Everybody's sitting in the bar, give me one of these, give me one of those. No, I won't even say their name on TV. I'll watch out for my own beer.
Have you ever drank a Zima?
A what?
A Zima?
Back in the days when those things got popular, yeah, I drank a couple of those, but they kind of taste like a jazzed up 7-Up to me. And of course, everybody knows me, knows I'm a Crown and 7 guy. Since I'm trying to watch the gut right now, I'm drinking Crown and water. But if I'm staying with the malt liquors, a little stout to get you kind of stupid. I just rather drink light beer. A little easier on the midsection, a little more forgiving. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
How many Zimas you ever drank?
Just a couple back in the college.
College?
Yeah.
Were you a pretty good student?
Yeah, I was a great student.
Really?
I really was. Yeah, I was actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You're well spoken and articulate.
Well, thank you.
But some of the stuff you ask, you sound really stupid.
We only got a couple left.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I read your book. I did a great book review on Raw.
I didn't think you did a great book review, but go ahead.
I've never had a chance to ask you face to face. Your book is called The Stone Cold Truth. My question to you is this: is the title actually a lie?
No, it was the truth.
What part was the truth?
It was all true. You saying it was a bunch of lies?
No, I would never say that. I would never say that. I'm just asking you.
No, it was a hell of a book, and the thing that you bring that up is, I was proud of the book. I want to thank Jim Ross, who read the book, and I want to thank Dennis Brent for helping me remember a lot of the stuff that I'd forgotten. Mm-hmm. And it is a stone cold truth.
I read it cover to cover. You're not going to thank me for the book review?
Well,
I tried to help you.
No, I'm not going to thank you, but I'm just saying there's plenty of things that we can fill in between the lines of that book and come out with another one whenever we see fit. So we just kind of play it by ear and just do that.
All right. Last question. I appreciate
you trying to run me off?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm just getting warmed up.
If you could only get one more stunner in your lifetime, who would get it?
Well, you got to imagine, as many times I'd like to stun you, boom, I could have you anytime I wanted to. Vince McMahon, same damn way. There's a lot of guys I can sit there and just stun them left and right because I can do anything I want right now when I want. If time presents itself, I think the last stunner that Stone Cold Steve Austin would give, and he wouldn't get up from it for quite some time anyway. It's not going to kill him. You ready?
I'm ready.
Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg?
As it is right now, I like Bill Goldberg. I like what he's doing as far as World Wrestling Entertainment is concerned. But if you're talking about the last stunner, if you're talking about Stone Cold's last go-round, and hey, I can go up there in Hollywood right now. I can fly in first class, boom, take the Rock out just like that. Bill Goldberg.
I think we need to end it right on that. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you not stunning me, at least this time.
It wouldn't even be worth it. I got to pick you up, kick you in the gut, dump you on my damn shoulder, and land on this cement floor on my ass. Save it for the ring, kid.
Okay.
I appreciate you giving me the time for this interview.
No problem. Appreciate it. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I am the coach. This has been Outside the Ropes, and that's going to do it. We'll see you next time.
All right, let's wrap it up with my another one of my favorite sayings, and that's the bottom line. Why? Not because Jonathan Coachman said, because Stone Cold said so. Pleasure's been all yours because I hate your ass.
I'm curious to try some of that Stone Cold beer. Well, that does it for this week's episode. Join us next week when we will pay homage to the 3-time Internet Babe of the Year, Trish Stratus. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.